What's up, everybody? Weston here with the Hidden Gibbon, back with another daily deck tech video, and back with another viewer request. And today we have Shiko and Narset unified. But before we get into it, if you like the deck techs or my Magic for the Working Class or other content, feel free to subscribe, only if you feel I've earned it. We just hit 2,000 subscribers, which is pretty amazing, not gonna lie. In reality, it really warms my heart to see that. When I started this channel, I just started it as a small hobby. You know, I just expected to just put out videos for fun. And now we have a channel where the daily deck techs are pretty much completely fueled by viewer requests at this point. I love the comments and community engagement we are getting. I want this channel to be a safe haven for anybody who's ever felt left out and things like that. So thank you all from the bottom of my heart. 2,000 down, you know, who knows what the next milestone will be. But let's get back into the deck tech, right? Sappy old Weston's probably not what you're here for. So we have ourselves Shiko and Narset unified. They're a 4/4 for 1 generic, and then blue, red, and white, and they have Flying and Vigilance and Flurry, which is whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy that spell if it targets a permanent or player. And you may choose new targets for the copy. If you don't copy that spell, draw a card. Alright, so we're doing Spellslinger. And the specific request for this deck tech was that it could hang at bracket 2 or bracket 3. So we're going to aim for mid to high bracket 2, low bracket 3. I did not, if I recall correctly, it's been a little bit since I built this. Yeah, we did not include any game changers in here. I usually leave that up to whoever is requesting the deck and going to build it. Think of these as like a template and always customize them to your own. And then the person did not want this enchantment based. And I think I know what they mean by this because I've played against a Shiko and Narset deck where it was both Voltron and then playing a whole bunch of things like Imprison in the Moon and Witness Protection. And you know, can get kind of obnoxious. But let's see who we have for supporting cast today. We are only running 19 creatures. We're running Archmage Emeritus, so whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, draw a card. This helps you refill because we're going to have a lot of little spells, and it's easy to dump your entire hand when you're playing low to the ground spells. We have Elsha, Threefold Master, Trample and Prowess, and whenever she deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 white monk creature tokens with Prowess. We've got Goblin Electromancer, makes your instant sorceries cost 1 less. Gutter Snipe, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. We have High Spire Bellringer, flying, and the second spell you cast each turn costs 1 less. Now, most of our spells do cost 1 or 2, so this really just gets in the value for the 2 drops. Hinata, Dawn Crowned, flying and trample, and spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each target, and spells your opponents cast cost 1 more to cast for each target. I like this card a lot. I might have to make a stacks deck around Hinata. We have Kaikar, Wind's Fury, which is flying, and whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. You can sack a spirit to add a mana, so it can help fuel your inevitable progress forward. We have Leer. Spells can't be countered. Each instant sorcery card in your graveyard has flashback. The flashback cost is equal to the card's mana value. We have Mangara. Whenever an opponent attacks with creatures, if 2 or more of those creatures are attacking you and or planeswalkers you control, draw a card. And whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, draw a card. This is a little bit more stacksy effect, but also is going to help refill your hand. We have Monastery Mentor, Prowess, and whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white monk creature token with Prowess. We have Narset, Enlightened Exile. Creatures you control have Prowess, and whenever Narset, Enlightened Exile attacks, exile target non-creature, non-land card with mana value less than Narset's power from a graveyard and copy it. You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. Stormcatch Mentor has Prowess and has instants and sorceries cost 1 less, and they have the little electric ball things from Star Wars Episode 1. There you go. We have ourselves Stormkiln Artist. This he gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, you get to create a treasure token. We have Third Path Iconoclast. Give me 1 second, friends. As I was saying, Third path iconoclast. If you're wondering where the light went, my daughter slid the light slider down. She's obsessed with them. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colorless soldier artifact creature token. We have Thunderclap Drake. Flying instant sorceries cost 1 less. You can sacrifice it, and then when you cast an instant sorcery spell this turn, your next one anyway, copy it for each time you cast your commander from the command zone this game. You may choose new targets for the copies. This card actually can give you quite a bit of value with Shiko and Narset, because this is a powerful commander, and people know it's a powerful commander, so they're probably going to kill it at least twice, and then, you know, you get to get some extra copies. We have Uthros Psionicist in here. Spell costs, the second spell you cast each turn costs 2 less to cast. We have Varen, Voice of Duality, Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, Varen gets +1/+1 until end of turn. If you are casting or copying an instant or sorcery spell, causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, it triggers an additional time. So it would cause this to trigger, so you get 2 copies. We have Vivi Ornithir. Everybody knows what this card does. You add X mana in any combination of blue or red, where X is its power. Activate only during your turn, and only once. Thank God for only once. And whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on Vivi, and it deals 1 damage to each opponent. And we have Voracious Bibliophile. Give me one moment. As I was saying, we have Voracious Bibliophile, flying and vigilance, and whenever you cast a spell with 1 or more targets, you draw that many cards, which is nice considering we are playing a targeted spells deck. It's going to synergize very well with our Narset. We do have Expressive Iteration. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them in your hand, put 1 of them on the bottom, and exile 1 of them. You may play the exiled card this turn. Good way to get some extra stuff to your hand. We have Flow State, a new card from Secrets of Strixhaven. At least it's come down a little bit in price. At one point, this uncommon was $9. Also, side tangent, I opened like 5 boxes of Secrets of Strixhaven and opened like 3 of these total. It's an uncommon, friends. 3 out of like 5 booster boxes. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them in your hand, the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. If there's an instant or sorcery card in your graveyard, instead put 2 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. It's some good card advantage is what that is. Gitaxian Probe, so you can copy this. Look at target player's hand, draw a card. Fun fact for you, people absolutely despise you looking at their hands in Commander. I play as I was saying, fun fact, I play Telepathy in some of my Commander decks, which is an enchantment for 1, which makes my opponents play with their hands revealed, and you would not believe how absolutely upset they get at that, and then they tunnel vision super hard. Even if they see an opponent has like a win combo in their hand, it's like, we gotta kill the Telepathy player. It's really interesting. Then we have Inspired Ultimatum. Target player gains 5 life. Inspired Ultimatum deals 5 damage to any target. Then you draw 5 cards. So this is like a big bomb spell that you can play second. We have Arenicus Vial Duplication. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, except the token has flying and isn't legendary if that creature is legendary. So you could actually do this to Shiko and Narset, or like say Vivi. And if you play it second, then you get 2 of them, and oh my goodness, that's some deliciousness. We have Ponder and Preordain for a little bit of looking and filtering. Right of Replication. Create a token that's a copy of target creature. If the spell was kicked, create 5 of those tokens instead. Now, this won't make non-legendaries, so do this to like 3rd path Iconoclast, or do this to like your Goblin Electromancer, your Gutter Snipes, right? Stormkiln Artist, things that you can get value off of that aren't legendary. For our instance, we have a Braid. Destroy target artifact. A Braid deals 3 damage to any target. Lets you destroy target artifact, which is always good if you copy it, or 3 damage to target creature. So you can even hit something for 6 if you copy this. Boros Charm, and it can shoot something for 4, including a player. But more importantly, it can give your stuff indestructible. So think of it more protection than anything. Chaos Warp. You know it, you love it. Consider as another one of those little filter draw spells. We have Electro Dominance. Deals X damage to any target. You may cast a spell with mana value X or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. Copying an X spell does copy what you paid for X. So if, like, say X was 10 and this was second, you get to do 20 damage. Elminster's Simulacrum. For each opponent, create a token that's a copy of up to one target creature that player controls. That's also a good bomb spell to cast second. Erode is in here. Flame of Honor. You can draw 2 cards. Well, target player draws 2 cards, target yourself. Destroy target artifact or deals 5 damage to target creature. Flashback is target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. Generous Gift, Get Lost, Pongify, Stroke of Midnight, Swords to Plowshares, and Path to Exile, and Rapid Hybridization, all for targeted removal, as well as Oblation. The owner of target non-land permanent shuffles it into their library and draws 2 cards. You can do this to your own stuff as well, by the way. We do have Jeskai Revelation. Return target spell or permanent to its owner's hand. It deals 4 damage to any target. Create 2 1/1 white monk creature tokens with prowess. Draw 2 cards. Gain 4 life. This is why we have some of the spell reducers in here, because this thing is a big bomb spell. Narset's Reversal. Copy target instant or sorcery, then return it to its owner's hands. You may choose new copies. Opt. Scry 1, draw. Prismari Command. 2 damage to any target. Target player draws 2 cards, discards 2 cards. Target player creates a treasure token. Destroy target artifact. Slick's Sequence. Deal 2 damage to any target. If you cast another spell this turn, draw a card. Sublime Epiphany. This one has a whole bunch of targeted stuff. Counter target spell. Counter target activated or triggered ability. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, or target player draws a card. Artifacts, we are running Adaptive Training Post. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, this artifact has fewer than 3 charge counters on it. Put a charge counter on it. Remove 3 charge counters. The next time you cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy it and you can choose new targets. We are running Soul Ring and Arcane Signet and Bender's Water Skin, as well as Tablet of Discovery, which lets you add 2 red for instants and sorceries, and Resonating Loot, which makes your lands tap for double when they're tapping for instants and sorceries. And then we have Swiftfoot Boots. We have Aligned Heart. Flurry. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put a rally counter on this enchantment, then create a 1/1 white monk creature token of prowess for each rally counter. Storm of Sauron. I love this card. I love this card a lot, actually. Ward 3 for 6, and whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy it except it isn't legendary. So this also works for your creatures. 1,000-Year Storm. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it for each instant and sorcery spell you've cast before this turn. You may choose new targets for the copies, and then Whirlwind of Thought. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, draw a card. Our lands are very simple and straightforward. A bunch of basics: the check lands and enter tap land, Exotic Orchard, and Reliquary Tower. But yeah, that is the build. Let's go ahead and take a look at our playtesting, shall we? So we will zoom out by 1. We are starting today. Let's see here. We have a mountain, we have an island, we have a reliquary, we have plains. You know, we're going to give it a shot. We're going to go ahead and play mountain. Next turn, I'm going to play Goblin Electromancer. May as well, right? Next turn, I'm going to play the Reliquary Tower. And I'm going to play Varen. Let's go next turn. So we have quite a few little spells in our hand already. I think... yeah. I'm going to play Shiko and Narset now. So then next... we do have plenty of lands and plenty of stuff to do, but we don't have quite enough. This is still going to cost me 6, right? And we only have 5 lands currently. So I am going to play Monastery Mentor. And then I am going to... that for Monastery Mentor. And then this, I am going to get Gitaxian Probe, and I'm going to copy it. So I'm going to draw 2 cards. That gives me a good amount of stuff in hand. This also gives me a 1/1 monk. Add token. Monk. I need a monk. That is a Age of Empires reference for those who know. Alright. So now we have some fun stuff here. We actually have a targeted spell. It deals 2 damage to any target. If you cast another spell this turn, draw a card. This is pretty good. So, but we only have one blue mana available. That's not good. We're going to play Hanada out there. Dang. Well, sometimes you fizzle, friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to play Opt. We're going to scry 1. I'm going to put this at the bottom. And then we draw a card. Oh, thank God. We got there. Alright, next turn. So now we have 3, 6, 7 total lands. Okay. So now I'm going to play Vivi. And then I am going to cast Slick Sequence. Deals 2 damage to any target. If you've cast another spell this turn, draw a card, which we already have. So we're going to shoot something for 4, and we're going to draw 2 cards. Which gets us these. Next turn. I'm going to play Expressive Iteration. Look at the top 3 cards of my library. Put one of them in my hand. I'll put that one in my hand. I'll put this on the bottom. Move to the bottom of my library. And I will exile the Pungify. So that was my first spell this turn. I am going to play an island, and I am going to cast Pungify. This will trigger this. Somebody gets 2 apes next turn. So it's a little bit more fizzly this game, but you know we're still trying to get things going here. Yeah, we need 6. So if I cast something for 2, I'm gonna cast Elsha. Next turn, island. All right, but let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'm sorry I fizzled this game, friends. Sometimes that's the luck of the draw in a game of chance. This hand looks a lot better. But as always, I'm Western with the Hidden Gibbon, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Let's you do